The Lanterns premiere is one Sunday away, and you probably didn't even know that because this show has little to no hype, and let's be honest, so far it looks awful. Which sucks because Green Lantern is probably one of the best DC characters. He's a core member of the Justice League, and he's a very integral part of the DC universe as a whole. So when I watch a show and I see no green and I see one lantern, I can understand why the show is called Lanterns, and not Green Lanterns, because there's no green to be found. I mean, the grass in the trailer isn't even green. Is this Green Lanterns, or is this Yellowstone? Or is it True Detective? I feel like it should be called No Country for Old Lanterns at this point. It doesn't seem like it even knows what it wants to be. And it's just a trailer, so I can't imagine what we're going to be sitting through when the full show comes out. And why does Hollywood have an identity crisis when it comes to the Green Lantern? Every live-action adaptation they've done has been completely botched. They can't seem to capture the essence at all, and it really makes me wonder, how is that even possible? They have all this material from comics, animated movies, and previous failures to tell them what not to do. So I'm sitting here watching this horrendous trailer, and it's just abysmal. How do you potentially manage to ruin a beloved character once again? And maybe another for the first time. And this especially doesn't fit with James Gunn's universe, because we got Superman, a movie that was bright, colorful, an ensemble film because it's the only thing James Gunn knows how to do, and a Green Lantern suit that wasn't the best. But shit, they found a way to make it look even worse. And now, we've got a complete 180, a dark, gritty detective style. It just doesn't feel like Green Lantern at all. It's like they didn't even open up a comic. The lack of creativity really shines through with this one. How is it that every outfit looks like a bad Star-Lord costume with different logos? I mean, a leather jacket, leather pants. He doesn't even have his mask. Take a look at Zack Snyder's Green Lantern for a second. And I'm not a Zack Snyder fanboy, so don't even say it in the comments. But at least he gave us a little idea of what a Green Lantern should have looked like. Yeah, it's another full CGI suit, but at least you look at it and go, hey, that's Green Lantern. And it's so unfortunate because the Green Lantern is one of the best characters, and he's an awesome character to pretend to be as a kid. I mean, I was rocking a Green Lantern Halloween costume all the time. There's nothing better for a kid than Green Lantern. It's one of the greatest characters that has ever been created, because it's all in your imagination.
Imagination.
Whatever you can think of running around in the backyard, you can create. I was pretending I was firing tanks and stopping explosions with force fields. It was some of the most fun I've ever had. So it's just like, how do you take a character that has so much potential, not just for toys and merchandise for kids, but for adults too? You take two characters that have so much emotional depth and tension between them, and you potentially just destroy it and make it look like a Temu True Detective. Two great characters that already have endless material to pull from, who are loved and cherished by many. And then you take a look at this trailer, and you can tell that they're potentially already ruining them both. Not only does Hal Jordan, the most popular Green Lantern, apparently die in the first episode, but they make it even worse by making him this washed up hero who's a shell of his past self, continuing this modern Hollywood problem, which is taking your heroic male character and making him sad, depressed, angry, and resentful. Then taking your second most popular Green Lantern and giving him essentially a villain origin story. Originally, John Stewart becomes Green Lantern because the backup Lantern of the sector, Guy Gardner, is severely injured during a battle, so the Guardians select John Stewart to take over as the secondary Green Lantern in place of Guy Gardner. And in doing so, Hal gives him a standard Green Lantern core ring, and he begins his training. And yes, they have some tension and they butt heads, but in this, you're saying that John Stewart wants to steal the ring from Hal.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Because it's his, and Hal's just keeping it warm for him.
Right.
Completely out of character for John, who is a former Marine, whose values are honor, duty, and integrity, which are a strong core part of his character. He's not chosen to steal Hal's role. He's chosen because he's a valuable asset and can take over for Hal in his sector if something were to happen to him. But instead, the writers think they are better than the source material that made the characters popular in the first place.
Stop the cap.
Which is an insult to the fans and the original material, and can skew away from it so far and make these characters unrecognizable. One of the main writers for this show, Damon Lindelof, created the Watchmen TV show, which I'm sure most of you haven't seen because it was complete garbage. That same guy said he dropped green from the title because it's stupid.
That doesn't make sense.
I truly believe this show is going to be god-awful, because the Green Lantern Corps are an intergalactic space force. They are supposed to be two Green Lanterns that patrol a sector, which which makes it even more confusing because why in the hell are there 3 on Earth? But then your slogan is only one can wear the ring. That's just objectively wrong. This isn't the Highlander. There are thousands of Green Lanterns. This isn't just about making a Green Lanterns TV show because it's cool and it can explore the idea of the Green Lantern Corps, but instead it takes Jon Stewart, a loved character, and changes his origin to make him an angry, self-indulged villain who wants to steal what he feels is rightfully his, while he potentially waits for his partner to die so he can take it, while also making the most popular Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, a washed-up, angry old man who doesn't want to give his ring away because he knows he's training his replacement, and not even putting them in their comic outfits, but instead this stupid leather tactical suit that every superhero costume takes the blueprint of, along with the fact that the tone doesn't resemble the more broad DCU as a whole, which makes it feel like it shouldn't even be in that universe to begin with, and basically spoiling your whole murder mystery show in the trailer by saying it's the Manhunters who they are looking for, instead of leaving suspicion of who's committing the murders in the town. Furthermore, showing little to no use of the ring, which is the main source they get their powers from, and then giving us the final teaser trailer where they finally show it making some constructs, but majority of the time being used for comedic relief. And I even said on Twitter that I think it'll be used for about 10 minutes in the whole season, and every scene they use the ring in, they showed us in the trailer. But I just fear it's going to be all bad and won't make it more than 2 seasons. But that's what happens when you hire Hollywood executives who have zero interest in the source material in the first place, and just want to use the IP for profit. Kind of like what they did with The Witcher, when they just ignored the original story and lore, not because they're fans of the product, but because they want to inject their own narrative and feelings into the characters and live through them essentially. But we'll just have to wait until next Sunday and find out. But I'm really curious to know, how do you feel about the Lanterns trailer? Are you excited for the show? Did this get you hype at all? Are you even going to watch it? Let me know down in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.